There's magic inside of you.
Blessings to all of you beautiful beings. It's Elena and I'm enchanted to have you be here on my channel. Hello and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new, consider liking, subscribing, becoming part of my little YouTube family. And if you've been here before, hello and welcome back to each and every one of you amazing, fantastic, and incredible souls right across the screen. Lots of love, lots of warm hugs, and hopefully you and yours are safe. On today's video, I'm going to be doing a plan with me, a witchy plan with me, because I am going to be adding in a couple of dates and a couple of things with a vintage-y aesthetic. Now, this is a new planner setup for me, and I have been very, very much excited for using it, and I've really enjoyed using it past month, or past almost a month. And I figured I would share with you the updates of it, things that I have filled out so far, how far or how much I've enjoyed it, and other things along the lines. Now, in this little pen holder loop, I keep both of these pens in there, but I'm taking it out, that way I can lay a little bit flatter. If you've seen the put together of this planner, I'm going to link it up at the top. It was, this was a little bit of a struggle to deal with. Okay, so here is the planner so far. I had a couple of this stuff in there. And before I continue with it, I'm going to clear my space, clear my area, so I can set proper goals and intentions for the future month. What is your favorite smell or flavor of incense? I know a couple of places call it flavor, a couple of places call it smell, but what is your favorite smell of incense? I like things that are light and woodsy. This is my cover page. I blocked out a little bit of my personal information. Now, when it comes to the monthly view, I ended up doing this little simple cover page that kind of goes alongside with the black and gold, even though this black isn't as black as I want it to be. I have added this little paper clip from my previous planner into here. I like it, and this is how I've been using my monthlies. Mainly, majority of it is planning out my YouTube video schedule, things along those lines, as well as my Instagram schedule. Part of bits and pieces of the Google Classroom and other little aspects of my life. Then moving on to the weekly portion, I was going to make and paint like a cover page for it, but I didn't have the exact time to do so, so just kind of stuck a sticker and wrote down January on the front of it to go along. So here are the weeks. I've been kind of on and off using it. I mean, today is the 21st of the month that I've been working on, and past couple of weeks have also had different types of trackings. For some reason I haven't been tracking my meal planning, but you know, that's okay. And I've already done things for the future month and stuff like that. Now on to the dailies. Here I kind of have like a little tracker of my daily routines and things that I do on a daily basis pretty much. And this is what my daily pages look like. Now I've been tweaking it a little bit here and there, changing a couple things, but for the most part it's staying the same, and it's been really helpful. I don't use them all the time. This day I didn't really use it, and this day I did use it. So it kind of comes and goes of when I feel like it's necessary. Most of the time I just do like an important task and the top 3 tasks for the day, that sort of thing. I've been doing some, cooperate. I've been doing some of like the nature happenings, then I changed the name of it to like astrological happenings, but that's also going to be changed for the next round into like witchy happenings. That way it kind of encompasses more of it together, and the weather is going to be moved into a different spot. So here's kind of what the days look like. going on to home, I have like a weekly routine of things that I do chores wise, and over on this side I have like a cleaning zone type of routine that I also go through. Now this I haven't been exactly filling things out, but I have filled out some of the stuff and enough to replace it. Onto Book of Shadows portion of my planner. I did remove the page that was here beforehand, and then I have a spot for dreams. I also did remove that. I don't want you guys to see some of my personal information. Then I have a spot for a spell. For instance, if I'm planning a spell, this way I can do like a magical work prep, and I kind of make notes, things that I want to add, ingredients, crystals I want to work with, herbs I want to add, pretty much the plan that I want it to go with, how I want it to be completed, and the back page is like notes and thoughts pretty much. So I keep a couple of these here. Then I have a spot for my daily card readings. Again, I took a couple of these out. That way they're blank, and again, you don't see some of my personal information. So this is great because I have my planner with me throughout the day pretty much the whole entire time, and when I do my morning rituals and when I pretty much plan my day out and I do my card reading, I have everything here, and once they get filled out, these get taken out and put into my Book of Shadows. My new Book of Shadows setup video will happen eventually, so subscribe and stay tuned for that. I put in quite a lot of them because I do these pretty much on a daily basis. And then the last portion of it is just blanks and notes things. And the one all the way towards the end is a crystal study. Last time I put this in was to study Moldavite. I am still not fully complete with the study for it, so it's going to stay in here until I'm done. And then these pages will be taken out and put into my Book of Shadows. Continuing on, I have stuff in regards to the classroom, things that I'm going to be doing in regards to live rituals or notes or blank things. And then the rest of the tabs everything stayed the same. I have my financial plans, my college plans, which the semester is starting soon. Things are going to be starting to fill up in here. Then I have a spot for miscellaneous, and then in the back here I now have important letters or bills or things that I need to take care of as soon as possible. I also added a little Ziploc type of bag thing to just, if I have any receipts or any extras, that I could just toss in there and deal with them later. Alright, on to the reset, the monthly reset of it, or I'm going to do them like almost monthly. The rings are still brand new, so I do struggle with it just a tiny bit, but it has been getting better. These are just a smidge too wide than what I'm used to. They're off-brand, of course. And and they're wearing down slowly. Alright, so I'm going to be removing the zone cleanings for the month, and I'm going to replace it with fresh new sheets for the zone cleanings. If you've ever heard of the Fly Lady method and keeping your home clean and tidy, this is kind of an inspiration from that, but with a little bit of my own tweaks and interpretations. Is it still sticky enough? That is. So I'm going to reuse that. Perfect. And let's see what else we have. This week that was filled out. That was not filled out. This one that has not been filled out. Also this one, and these three have been. So I'm going to take these out and replace them with a couple new sheets for the new weeklies. That way I can check things off and fill things out. I don't know about you, but I find a lot of joy in filling out check marks and just completing tasks and having like a visual representation of a task completed. It helps out my brain. So now back to the daily routines. I pretty much filled that out for the month. I'm going to put that aside. I did not print out more, but I can do that later. And I will also take out all of the ones that I don't need. We're on 21st today? Yeah. Alright, so we're starting here. This will be taken out. And I know I didn't fill out a couple of days that they're blank towards the back. Yeah, that's just in case I really needed to do some future planning. But I already have changed this a little bit, and I'm going to keep these as a spare in case I need an extra or I messed up with something, or I don't know, something along those lines. So for now, I'm going to add these blank weeklies. This is so satisfying to click through. I love it. One of my favorite parts. Again, it's almost like therapeutic. I will leave this paperclip on here, that way I know to flip through to fill out the further of this. Now this is very similar to how my bullet journal was set up previously, but it's just things that I don't have to do repeatedly, things that I don't have to create layouts for repeatedly. I will take out, actually I will leave this in because I still have a couple weeks left for this one. To 31st, and then just in case I fill out the next couple of weeks, but this is going to be reset and placed into another, and I want to make a cover page this time around. So I'm just gonna plop here and add in a couple more. So things that I put in for my weeklies is kind of like an overview of the week. That way I could put down any important appointments, especially do things for the future. That way I can visually see how my week is going to look. Usually, at least in the past month, I have like planned out the whole meal plans stuff, but my husband's not home, so I don't really need to plan things out regarding that. I can just, you know, go eat what I want to eat. I also have weather spots here, that way I can get an overview of how weather is going to look like, my goal for the week, and at the end of the week, my accomplishment for the week, and then a spot here for notes and any important tasks that absolutely need to be completed this week. For dailies, let me find a blank spot so that I'm not fully showing things off of my day. For my dailies, and like I said, I don't use this all the time, but if I have a busy day, it definitely helps me visualize what my schedules look like. I have a blank spot for the date, that way I can fill it in, and that way I don't have to kind of lose a lot of pages if I don't fill things in, although I do tend to put like number markers on them and things along those lines. I have timeline from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. I usually wake up around 5:30, go to bed around 11:30, so this is my whole day view pretty much. I have the astrological happenings here, but for the next set that I print, I think I'm just gonna put witchy things or like pagan things and make this square just a tiny bit bigger and make the important tasks just a tiny bit smaller. That way I only have room to put one important task, because my brain decides to think sometimes that everything is important to do. I have my daily intention where I write down pretty much things that I do in regards to my daily intention, and as well I sometimes write it in a note and kind of add herbs to it and like burn it over my candle, and that way I can truly set a daily intention. I also have top 3 tasks that need to be completed for the day, which are not as important as the most important task. So all in all, I have like 4 things that need to get done throughout the day, but not all the time am I using something like this, and sometimes I add a couple more to these, depends on how things go. The little circle you see here is to track the moon. I usually do what phase it's in, if it's like a waxing crescent or if it's a waning gibbous type of thing. I usually do like W.G and then I put down percentage of the moon illuminated, as well as things for zodiacs and other little tidbits. Over in this spot I have just a blank area for notes and little jot down things or doodles or whatever I find necessary. Sometimes it's just a great spot to hold sticky notes, sometimes it's just a wonderful spot to leave blank. And towards the end here, when I do use this whole entire day section, that way I can see like what I write down what my positive accomplishments, things that I learned today, and what can I do better tomorrow. And I think that just gives it a wonderful overview of my day and how I can constantly strive towards improving myself. So this is pretty much the basis of the weekly planning. Where am I going? I need to go to the weekly. This is the basis of like my monthly planning and how I reset my journal. So what I'm going to do now is decorate it a little bit, because last month I didn't get a chance to decorate it, although some of the daily pages did get little bits of stickers. Where'd it go? They got the stickers for the day of the month. Why am I having time? The date and day of the month, and a couple of them got like little stickers on the sides and stuff like that. I used my past unboxing sticker book from Archer and Olive. This month is going to be a little bit of like a more vintagey theme. Last month was a very blue theme. And since I'm going to be starting with a blank week, and I believe one starts on a Tuesday? Yes. Okay. February starts with a Tuesday. That way Monday's ignored, and in this area I can put down a nice cover page for the month of February. Alright, that's enough talking of me for now, kind of explaining the whole entire layout. The rest, enjoy some music and maybe a couple commentaries while I decorate. All the products that you see here, I'm going to do my best and find the links for them and put them down in the description below. Now, I know for certain this month and the following few months I will be using the dailies much more frequently because I am starting school. And school is going to require a lot of planning and finessing to make sure that I stay on track and that I get everything what I need accomplished. Wish me luck, guys. I can totally use all the possible luck for the schoolwork. So I'm going to head all the way back to the last page and we're going to do some decorating, my favorite part. And I definitely want to make it pretty and fun and less empty. Definitely less empty. So I have managed to do little decorations everywhere, put in all the numbers. I went through all the weeks, not too much, just things on the side to go alongside with kind of my theme, which turned out to be vintage butterflies and fairies. I also went through the dailies of February and did the same thing. Just little decor scrapbooking styles to fill in some of the gaps and make it look less rigid, I suppose that's the word. Add a little bit of fun and color. Now I'm going to work on the cover page. I still want to keep it kind of alongside the theme as the front cover, where it has that big quadrilateral here. So I kind of want to keep up with this theme, florals and stuff, but also combining it with like this theme. So let's see what I end up coming up with. I took some thicker painting paper and kind of cut it to the size of the copy paper, and we're gonna work on something here. Maybe I can do a black like diamond shape with that, and then do something kind of vintage scrapbooky style there, and do like a little bit of florals. Okay, that's my plan so far. If you hear weird noises in the background, that is my puppy trying to get my attention to play with her, even though I just played with her before I started this portion of the video. Right, Issy? You little brat. Okay, finished up with this. It is gold. I was lazy and didn't want to actually paint the flowers. So this is as crafty as I'm gonna get with some golden flowers. Gonna hole punch it and place it into the journal. This is so satisfying. Again, that's my puppy making noise back there. She's trying to speak English pretty much. So just before, where'd it go? This one, okay. Gonna do that. Tuck this away. Oh, I should probably put down the month's date. I'm gonna do that later. Same thing like I did for the other one. I'm gonna print it out of the label maker, same labels as this, and add that like here. I think that'll be good. But before I do that, eek, come here. Boom. So this month is done. Somehow it got crooked, but we're gonna fix that up. Oh, yep, that's the button my puppy pushed to go for a walk. Anyways, so that is that. Hopefully you enjoyed this new type of February plan with me. Oh, last thing that I'm gonna end up doing is going through all the dailies and filling out the astrological portions of it. And if you are interested in me continuing doing videos like this, let me know down in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed kind of like my process with my new journal planner situation. And with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, the whole shebang. We have tons of magical fun here, and I shall see you on the next video. Love you all. Bye! Look at you being all cute and adorable. You guys get some real good kitty views. Lila. Kitty, kitty. Are you gonna help me paint and draw? You're so playful. This is Lila, and she's almost 8 years old, but she still acts like her little kitten self.